Jayo Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajākācārya Ashtatarashta Shri Srimad Abhay Charan Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki Nama Acharya Shridas Thakur ki प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ राधा कुंज श्यामा कुंद गिरी गोवर्धन की वृंदावन धाम की मायापुर धाम की गंगामयी की यमुनामयी की तुलसी देवी की भक्ति देवी की समावेत भक्त वृंद की जय निताय गौर परमानंद All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru Shri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, chapter 20, no? 20, text 52. Tapasā, vidyayā, yukto, yogena, okay? Susamādhinā, ṛṣīn, ṛṣir, ṛṣīkeśaḥ, sasarjābhimatāḥ, prajāḥ, tapasā vidyayā yukto, yogena su-samādhinā, ṛṣīn, ṛṣir, ṛṣīkeśaḥ, sasarjābhimatāḥ prajāḥ, tapasā vidyayā yukto yogena su-samādhinā ṛṣīn ṛṣir ṛṣīkeśaḥ sasarjābhimatāḥ prajāḥ tapasā vidyayā yukto yogena su-samādhinā ṛṣīn ṛṣir ṛṣīkeśaḥ sasarjābhimatāḥ prajāḥ. Matajis. Tapasā, by penance. Vidyayā, by worship. Yuktaḥ, being engaged. Yogena, by concentration of the mind in devotion. Susamādhinā, by nice meditation. ṛṣīn, the sages. ṛṣiḥ, the first seer, Brahmā. ṛṣīkeśaḥ, the controller of his senses. Sasarja, created. Abhimatāḥ, beloved. prajāḥ, sons. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Having equipped himself with austere penances, adoration, mental concentration and absorption in devotion, accompanied by dispassion, and having controlled his senses, Brahmā, the self-born living creature, evolved great sages as his beloved sons. Purport. The ritualistic performances of sacrifice are meant for material economic development. In other words, they are meant to keep the body in good condition for cultivation of spiritual knowledge. But for actual attainment of spiritual knowledge, other qualifications are needed. What is essential is vidyayā, or worship of the Supreme Lord. Sometimes the word yoga is used to refer to the gymnastic performances of different bodily postures which help mental concentration. Generally, the different bodily postures in the yoga system are accepted by less intelligent men to be the end of yoga. But actually, they are meant to concentrate the mind upon the supersoul. After creating persons for economic development, Brahmā created sages who would set the example for spiritual realization. Hare Krishna. So here, in the whole chapter, we see the creation, how it progresses. Then various moods of the Lord create various personalities. And now we see that actually Brahmā is fully focused. He is fully realized, no? Having controlled his senses, he was mentally concentrated and absorbed in devotion and accompanied by dispassion. Then he actually finally creates the sages, who are his actually sons, the Brahma rishis. Now, everything seemingly can run. You have animals, they will take care of themselves, everything will run. But to develop a proper order, then there must be a vision. Why is it running? So the animals, they don't really know. The animals are in ignorance and they just follow their instincts. So it's all about, well, eating, sleeping, mating, defending. That's all they do. And that's what they are meant to do. But then, in the time, there's evolution. And even the animals, then they evolve then in the body of a human, eventually. Now the human body is not meant to act like an animal. The human body has a certain capacity beyond the capacity of an animal. But the capacity of the human body, it's guided by your desire. And ultimately, your desire is according to your false ego, your anarthas. But you have a free choice. We all have a free choice. Animals don't. We do. So we have a free choice to act like an animal. It's okay. But you get the facilities of an animal. You will not get the facility of self-realization. But if you then step beyond it, and at least you acknowledge, okay, maybe Shastra says that every human being can come to the platform of self-realization. Guru, sadhu, they say. All right, maybe it's true. Give it a chance. Then we may follow the process described by the acharyas and the Shastra, by which we may realize that. But if you say, it's not for me, it doesn't work, doesn't exist, then we may be very blissful in the form of a human animal. I'm fine, I have these senses of mine, and I can enjoy them whenever I want. And I can enjoy, but of course there is suffering here and there, but it's okay. It's worth. I have enough money. I can buy whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. I don't believe there is God. We can say like that. Nobody can stop you. But then, you cannot stop the birth, disease, old age, and eventually death. And you may think that anyway, it's okay, I have got everything I wanted. And then after the time of death, one may be surprised. Wow, actually there is something beyond. I didn't know that. I was not prepared for it. But as Gita says, it's too late. So, now, it's our choice. We make individual choices. We make a choice whether I believe that the system works or I don't believe. I make a choice whether I say, I am in the dham, so do I have to follow everything in the dham or I don't care? Mayapur, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Audarya dham. Everything is, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very merciful. I can do whatever nonsense I want and nothing will happen. I'm a devotee, after all. So I can do whatever the hell I want and nothing happens to me. I can criticize, I can offend devotees, no problem. We may think like that. And I had seen quite a few, but there is a consequence. Sooner or later, consequence is there. We cannot escape it. Just because I don't believe that fire burns. Okay? No, I don't believe it. All right, fine, okay. So what? Put your hand inside. You get burnt. Well, I didn't believe. It doesn't matter. So, we have to be very careful what we choose. Now, there is something which Srila Prabhupada explains. What is the faith and what is religion? We say, we are the religion, Hindu religion, or he is the Muslim religion, or he is the Jew religion. And what religion are you? There are not many religions. There is one religion. You may have different faith. You may have a different faith that Jesus Christ saves me, or maybe Muhammad saves me, or Krishna saves me. I have faith in that. So, yes, that's different faith. But the religion is only one. Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains it very nicely in Jaiva Dharma. So, religion is dharma. It's eternal. Everything has its own religion. You see, now, animate or inanimate objects, they have their own religion. Dog is going to bark. Table is meant to halt. So you put something on and it halts. If you put something too heavy, it won't hold. If you put water on the table, it won't hold. That's not the religion of the table. So you need a cup to hold the water. It's eternal. So now the eternal religion of the jiva is Nitya Krishna Das. Oh, I don't want to. I'm like some stubborn teenager. I don't want to listen to my parents. No, don't tell me. I know better than you. Okay. It's a temporary thing. You get beaten up and you realize, well, I should have listened to my parents. So you realize eventually. So now, how long will it take us to realize in this material world that we don't belong here? It's up to each of us individually. You make the choice. You take the consequences. Do you want another lifetime? Fine. No problem. And probably you will get some good birth. Maybe some Brahmana family or some rich person's family. But you don't have control over it. You don't know when it's going to happen. But it's probable. Or maybe you will go to heaven, enjoy for some time, maybe a long time. Because any amount of devotional service is the most pious activity. So yes, you will get definitely nicely treated. But it's still material world. Still temporary. Still achit. So it depends upon us when we decide, I'm tired of it. I don't want to do that again. And the acharyas, no, they give us the solution. Here it is. You follow the process of Vaidisarana Bhakti. And what do you get? You get the chance to end this cycle of birth and death in this material world. But only if you want. Nobody can force you. You are in the dham. Now what do you do in the dham? It's up to you. Each of us individually, we decide. You do something good, then okay, you get the benefits of being in the dham doing something good. You do something bad, well, you get the consequence of that. And sure, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is merciful. But the question is, now, what is mercy? If we have some bad mentality, we have a bad consciousness, and I like to hurt others, I would like to do something bad for others, and then because of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu should be merciful and should overlook that, is it a mercy? No. A parent seeing that this child is doing some nonsense, then he is not going to rebuke him. Is that mercy? No. The child needs to be rebuked, maybe punished. Otherwise, he will continue doing the same thing and he will end up really badly. Like the story Srila Prabhupada said about there was one inmate and he was on the death row. He was just going to be executed. So just a few days before the execution, they asked him, okay, do you have some relatives you would like to speak with too? We'll give you that last wish. He said, yes, I have an auntie. So they called her. So he got some time with her. And now after talking for some time, then he said, auntie, I would like to tell you something. Also say, but I won't whisper that into your ear. So then she comes, tell me. And he comes close and he bits off her ear. Now she is screaming, she is bleeding, and then says, why did you do this to me? He said, because you never cared about me. What do you mean? I cared so much. I allowed you to do whatever you wanted to do. That's the problem. Because you never corrected me. You allowed me to do whatever nonsense I was doing. And then because of that, I ended up here. So that I am here, it's your fault. Do we want to end up like that? So, we have to educate ourselves about our choices. Guru Sadhu Shastra gives us the education. It tells us, for if you do this, you do that, you get that. You do something else, you get something else. Do you think that just living in the dham then means that you will never come back to material world? What does it mean to live in the dham? You may be here by the body, but the thoughts are somewhere else. Oh, how to enjoy somewhere, how to make money, how to do this nonsense, that nonsense. You are not in the dham. But the person who may not be physically here, he is actually focused on being in the dham. That person is in the dham no matter where he is. It's a matter of consciousness. You choose. You take responsibility. Each of us individually. That's how it goes. Like an example, now, some acharyas, they give some benedictions. If you go around Vardhan hill, then you will not come back to this material world. You go around Radhakund, no, you will never come back. Now, does that apply to a person if a boy would come for Govardhan Parikrama, he comes with girlfriend, and they will just talk nonsense all the way the Parikrama? Does it apply to him the same thing as if some devotee goes around Govardhan and he just fully absorbed chanting the holy name, goes for the Parikrama? We may think, yes, it's the same thing. But isn't it foolish to think like that? Are we International Society for Krishna what? Consciousness. So what is it about? It's about the senses, or it's about the body, or it's about the consciousness. We are supposed to be working on developing our consciousness. And the development of our consciousness or degradation of our consciousness determines what we do, determines where we get. So we have to make the right choices. That is our responsibility. This is the responsibility of the jiva being here in the material world, in this human body. But if you don't want to do that, and if you think, well, I can enjoy this lifetime, I can enjoy maybe a few more lifetimes, and then I'll take it seriously after. No problem. You can do that. Krishna will not feel bad about it. I mean, Krishna is very loving every jiva, but he respects the free will the jiva has given. So you want to do nonsense, Krishna will say, all right, you go, do it. Once you realize that this is not good enough, it's not satisfying enough, it's very tiring. Once you get tired of it, tell me, and I'll make all arrangements so you can go home. But if you don't want to go, okay, play. Go play around. It is fine. Krishna, he is the loving Father, and he wants us to feel happy. Of course, as a little children, we don't really necessarily know what's happiness, but he is teaching us. And that's also what the karma is. He is teaching us through the karma. We want to avoid bad karma. And we want more and more good karma. Such a foolishness. What is the karma for? You do something good, you get good reward. You do something bad, then you need some education. Karma is just there to educate us. We should not be afraid of karma. We should not be opposing to that. Like if a child doesn't know how to write ABC, so then what? Okay, he doesn't want to. Many children don't want to, right? Then so we say, okay, you're fine. Don't do it. What's the consequence? They will not know. They will get, okay, write a letter. Oops. Oh, I will ask ChatGPT because I don't know. Sorry, there is no signal. Oh, then I don't know anything. So that's a problem. So then the parents, they know you have to learn. And for some it may be suffering. I want to play. No, first you learn ABC, then you go and play. So then they are being pushed. But the result is, okay, they know. And then, because of they know how to write ABC, then they can put words and sentences together, and then they can read books, and they can study, and they can become maybe engineers, or they can become good writers, or whatever they want to be. But it starts with that you have to know ABC. You need to know the tool for communication. And in the beginning, we are so ignorant, we don't know what's good for us. So there is a guidance. So that's why Krishna, he acts the same way. There is a guidance. But do we want to be guided? It's our choice. In one sense, we are like the kids. Now, we don't know what is good. But we have to take responsibility. If you tell Krishna, I don't want these material facilities like that. I don't need to enjoy them. I have enough of it. Please guide me. He will. He is the Chaitya Guru. He is always with us. But we have to tell him, I want to listen to you. I want to hear from you. Then he is ready. But we say, just don't tell me, I know. Then he will not tell. Okay, you know, you go. Like the Upanishads, they talk about two birds. One is enjoying the fruits of the tree, and the other one is just watching the bird. He doesn't need to enjoy, he's just watching. What's going to be next? So that's the Jiva and Krishna. So our choice, really. What do we want to do? And how seriously we want to do it. Nobody can push us to really do anything. We have our choice, but to know which one is the best one, then we should educate ourselves. To which Bhagavatam is the best education. Upadeshamrita, Bhagavad Gita, nectar of devotion. So many books are describing the methods, the processes, how we should come to the platform of self-realization. How we should realize the sambandha jnana. To know actually, who am I? Who is Krishna? And what is my relationship with him? That's the most important theme Chaitanya Mahaprabhu talks about, and goes throughout Bhagavatam. It goes through Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's all explained. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he very nicely expanded it in first Dashamula, and then it can be applied on any scripture. But do we want or not? That's what matters. Do I want to realize my relationship with the Lord, or I am fine with myself? I love myself the most. Your choice. And they give him the facility. I heard that there was some girl in Italy, and she got married to herself. Because she said, well, the person I love most is me. So I should get married to a person I love the most, so that's myself, so I got married to myself. And they allowed somehow. So maybe opportunity is coming, maybe. But maybe it becomes too boring after some time. Anyway, so many foolish things are happening in the world now, and you want to subscribe to it? Your choice. Or you take the other path which the acharyas describe. It's your choice. Yes, I mean, you have to put, it's a faith. faith in, okay, whom do I believe? The people who just follow their minds, or the people then who have some self-realization? Your choice. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Maharaj, for your nice class. And you described how we should not take Lord Chaitanya's mercy for granted, and we should be very careful about Vaishnava offense, and we should be very careful about our sadhana, sadachar, and all these things. And also you described how our society is not international society for Krishna work, but it is Krishna consciousness. So my question is that when we do some temple services, or I'm doing some Shravanam Kirtanam services, that time it is very easy to focus the mind on Krishna. But suppose I'm doing some translating work, website work, or something else, at that time how I can concentrate my mind that it is I'm doing this for Krishna and this is actually pleasing Krishna?
Sure. It's in so many ways it's happening like that in the material world. Like, for example, now if you decide you want to go to Kolkata for a program, and you drive the car. So when you are driving the car, then how Krishna conscious are you? Are you like fully absorbed in meditation and then everything will go smooth, or you watch the road? Somebody jumps in, no, you get upset, you have to react. Which one it is? And if it's the second one, that you pay attention to the road and not to Krishna, then are you Krishna conscious or not? So then maybe you should go to Himalayas and just fully absorb yourself, either Krishna or Brahman, whatever you want to do. And so then is there a solution to it? See, what matters is again the consciousness, right? So why are you going to Kolkata? You are going for some program. So before you start driving, make a sankalpa. You can do it fully as a ritual. You can also do it just at least in the mind. Dear Krishna, I'm going to go for a program. Now I know that I will not be fully focused on you during the time, because I have to take care of the other necessities, but I'm all doing that for you. So please Krishna, then forgive me for it. I don't have any other option. There was one girl, lady, and she was a stewardess. And what do? They distribute food. She is a devotee, and then and they distribute food. They distribute also meat, whatever the people ask for it. So does she get the reaction, or no? What should she do? Okay, so then best change the occupation. She is single. She has a kid. She needs the money. And nowadays, you never know, do I get the other job? So, okay, I'll depend on Krishna. But is it right for her to force that kid to also depend on Krishna? Because she doesn't know. If she doesn't get money, then they suffer, they struggle. She's supposed to take care of the kid. So yes, she will try, but at the moment she was not able to get any other job. So then does that mean that when she is working, then she cannot be a devotee? What should she do? So, sankalpa. Before going to her work, then just ask forgiveness. Krishna, please, if you can, now help me to get some other job. But until then, I don't have anything else I can do. And I have to do that, and I have to distribute meat. It's not that I like it, but I have to do it. So please, Krishna, forgive me for that. And then with that consciousness that, okay, you are doing it, but you are doing it in a line of Krishna consciousness, because you need the money to maintain the kid, because you want the kid to grow up in Krishna consciousness. So it's a sacrifice. But you cannot abuse it. There's a very thin line. Oh Krishna, I want to do some nonsense, so forgive me. No. So, and that's the consciousness, right? And it's also conscience. What reason are we doing? Are we really, is there, we cannot do anything else? So the sankalpa is not an excuse. The sankalpa is really a prayer, in effect. So that's at least one way how it can be done. Always remember Krishna. When you cannot remember him, then don't forget him. That's what it is. Yeah? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Maharaj, how do we choose not to be affected by the problems when they are around us?
By the?
How do we choose not to be affected by the problems when they are around us?
Problems?
Yeah.
Well, is it your problem or it's somebody else's problem? So what is your problem? See, your problem is you don't know who you are. But you think you are Indian man, no, and then you have some kids, and then you have this much money, and that belongs to you, and then it's your property, and that's for you to enjoy. So with that, you have many more problems. But in fact, are they your problems? Because of the real problem, because you think you are this body. That's your real problem. If you deal with this problem, that you are not this body, then all the other problems are insignificant. And in the meanwhile, then you have to see how to work out all your problems in light of that. Don't get overwhelmed by it, don't get attached to it. No. And try to desire to realize who you are. If you desire to know who you are, that's a signal to Krishna that actually you want to know. If you say, I don't need to know, I know who I am, then who can tell you who you are? But if you want to know, then Krishna, as a Chaitya Guru, as a Paramatma, can immediately reveal who you really are. But do you want to know? So that's the real problem. If you solve this one, there is no other problem. Yeah? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. You told that two kind of mentality devotee, they are circulating about on Govardhan, and it will be the same result. So we see in scripture, from rat to hunter, they get some benefits. They get benediction or Damodar Math coming. You know the story of rats.
Sure, yes.
So he is the lower species, but unwillingly he helped to flush the lamp, and he get benediction. And the hunter, you know the story of hunter.
Yes.
So they get the benefit.
There is a story also of Ramanujacharya dropping the crumbles in the water, and the fish change into Vaikuntha Vasis and then go to Vaikuntha.
So the result, the result will be there if any devotee do parikrama Govardhan and not meditate the next one, the who is meditating upon Govardhan, but I think he will get some benefits.
See, you get the benefit whatever you want. It fulfills your desire. So if you are an animal, you don't know what is the right thing, so you do something beneficial, you get benefit. The animal, by taking prasad, he gets the benefit of the next life is going to be human life. But in the human life, he has to make a choice before he can go to the spiritual life. The humans, if you choose, I want to enjoy, maybe I'm going around Govardhan, but I want to enjoy sex. You get that. But you will not get the realization of transcendental knowledge, because you didn't want that. So that's why the consciousness is so important. So if you go around Govardhan with the idea, I want to realize the Sambandha Gyan, I want to realize transcendental knowledge, you go around Govardhan, you will get that. It fulfills your desire. So therefore, two people go around the same Govardhan, but they will not get the same result, because their consciousness is different, their desires are different. So we are responsible for what we desire. That we can control. That's your responsibility. And with that, you perform devotional service, you get the result. You understand?
Hey Krishna. Maharaj, so regarding this point only, if I have understood correctly, please correct me. So even if I am materialistically conscious, materialistic consciousness, I go around Govardhan Parikrama, there may be some benefit, but I don't want that benefit. That is why I will not get that benefit. I want something else.
You will get some agyata sukriti, but you will not get anything higher. You go around Govardhan because you want more money. So you probably will get more money. And that's all you get. So we have to be very careful what we desire. And that's the consciousness. So we have to elevate our consciousness. Just to say I am a devotee doesn't mean that you are a devotee. If you look at maybe, Rishabhadev, maybe seeing him you will be disgusted. Or Shukadeva Goswami, he is like a young boy walking naked, crazy. No, you will reject him probably, like the villagers. He will not know. Or now you see Jada Bharat. He is lying down, passing stool on himself. It's crazy, right? Or if you will see, say, Vamshas Babaji, his behavior, you will probably also reject it. You will say, oh, who is this? This is not a devotee. Pundarik Vidyanidhi, you will say, he's so materialistic. Gadadhar Pandit says, oh, he is, who is he? He's materialist. Right? Tulsidas could not recognize Ram. Only by mercy of Hanuman he was able to. So who are we to think that we know everything? We cannot do anything without the help of devotees and the Lord. But if you desire, see, if you want, I want sadhu sangha, you get sadhu sangha, and then in the sadhu sangha you are there and you do Vaishnava parat. You will get out, you will be rejected from the sadhu sangha, and you will think, good, they are bad anyway, good for me, I won. I had seen it. You are out. You will not get the opportunity, and not as a punishment, but benefit for you, to prevent you to make more Vaishnava parat. So you will get the idea that devotees are not good, I don't want to be with them. That's how it works. Your choice, and you will make your own decision, and you will think that I am the best, I am the most intelligent. I had seen a devotee who he was in Mayapur. He was not very kind, can you say? Devotees, they tried to correct him, and he got so upset with them. So he decided that he is a good astrologer, then he will leave Mayapur. And now he found the best muhurta to leave Mayapur. And the best muhurta to leave Mayapur for him was in the morning of Gaura Purnima. So when thousands of devotees are coming for Gaura Purnima, he is walking out thinking, I won, I did the best. So you see how it's being arranged. Our choice, and Krishna arranges. As a Paramatma, he makes everything according to our choice. So we have to be careful what we desire. Hare Krishna. Okay, last one then, yeah.
Thank you, Maharaj. You told about our choice, and you gave very nice example that one Italian girl, she married herself. So it is rare things and abnormality. So we don't want that it will happen in our community, but in the past we have seen so many things happen in our community.
Exactly.
And it supports our higher authority.
See, so many things some years ago were unimaginable, and now it's normal. So maybe the facility of that you can marry yourself, maybe it will be in India after some time. But again, it depends. Nobody can force you. It depends on do you want that or you don't want that. You cannot affect others' consciousness. Others may choose, I want that, but it doesn't mean that you have to also do it. You may make different choice than anybody else. And it may be you are right and they are wrong. But how do you know? If you just follow your mind, you will definitely be wrong. You have to study. You have to educate yourself. You have to know what is the right thing and the wrong thing. That's our responsibility. Animals cannot do that. Humans should do it. And if humans don't do it, then they are just the human animals. That's all. Hare Krishna.